Alright, so the main idea behind making this video is to reach out to people, especially the modern kids who are not so accustomed to write longer text or so-called written content much. Uh, this is the kind of perception we old people have all the time at this moment. Um, so that's why I'm putting an effort to bring out the stuff which I have done few days back, which might interest few of you. To cut short to the actual content, so I wrote a wrapper script to make the custom kernel package on a Linux distribution called Slackware, a very ordinary that wrapper built on some people who actually maintain the Slackware. In that term, Slackbuild script to create a custom kernel image from the upstream source. So for my convenience, I added some line or wrapper script around those stuff. So I have written about it. You could have seen it like here in my blog. I wrote it 2 days back. Okay, so I'm just showing you the script which might come in handy if you wanted to uh, generate your custom kernel package sitting on Slackware Linux. Okay, so to give you some sort of sense, let me go to my editor and um, and this is an um, no, I think I have opened the wrong file. Okay, here it is. So basically, um, this directory could be changed to as per your liking. I didn't bother to change it. This directory is created out of this command, the first one. It is used lft as a tool. You could easily use wget or car instead of lftp. So basically, to bring down the particular directory from the upstream Slackware current source, which is having a directory for kernel source, it is downloading all the Slackbuild file and description file from the upstream where things are stored in the mirror to bring down all this file to your local system. And this, if you look at the LFTP man page, this is basically saying do not bring down that exit extension file, which basically a kernel table source file end up in exit compression mode nowadays. So it is excluding that file because because I want to add my own kernel source version table. Okay, otherwise the same directory where I am bringing down all this stuff, which is having the source table included. So if you take out this 2x option here, I also don't get the sign file from the upstream, which is also included in that directory. I'm excluding both this because the way I download the particular kernel source table and verify it via different script posted on the kernel.org site, you'll see later in this script I'll show you. So basically I restrict with the only Slackbuild file and two other files which is reside in that particular upstream kernel source directory of Slackware current. Okay, so this line means do not bring down the source table file as well as the sign file, but everything else, and put it into a directory called K, which I haven't bothered. As I said, you could have changes as per your liking, or it is there. Okay, now there is nothing special about it. This is just my system. I have my config file, system map file, kernel binaries, all are padded with the Slackware word, okay, which I have padded with the local version variable of kernel configuration. So every time it build, it come attached with this Slackware word in the config file, system map file, kernel binary, I mean VM Linux, okay, in Slackware. So that's why this step is there. It is absolutely not necessary for you if you just plain build your kernel without having any extension. I basically piping through UNMR, which provide the release version of the current you have installed in your system, and as I have this word attached with it, so I'm trimming it out to get things going for me. This tr command is not needed for most of you, which if you don't have any string attached with it. Now here is the script which is posted directly on kernel.org file website, especially meant to download and verify the kernel table if you get it from kernel.org file. Okay, this is the script I recommend everyone should use, because this script is made for that purpose, to check the verification of the signature on that particular table, which is signed by the auto-signed release key, as well as it has got Linus and Greg's signature verification on it. Okay, so this is recommended, and you could easily find that in under the kernel.org security pages. It should be there. So it basically tests out whether that base directory is available. If not, it will going to if then you have to pull down the stuff from the upstream place to create that directory. Now, as I mentioned, it bring down few script along with other file in that particular directory which you are FTPing from the upstream, and doesn't have the execution permission. Without that you cannot run those script. Okay, so once it gets loaded or downloaded into your system, the first thing you should do, you set the execution bit on those particular Slackbuild file. These Slackbuild file are simple shell script, simple and pure shell script, which define the step how the package should be built from the upstream source. As simple as that. So it was lacking execution bit, so I have to set it, like you should be doing that, because the script doesn't come along with the execution bit set, so you need to set it up. That's what I did. And here is a little function, object ordinary stuff, just to prompt for the specific kernel, whether it's mainline, stable, or long term, depend on what you want to build the package. And then you get into that particular directory, choose your kernel from that prompt, then you enter the table, you get it from the previous step, simply, and then you link it to for the script to understand and to not mess around with the version number, just to link it a simple Linux board. And these two commands basically copying your current running Linux configuration to the designated place inside that directory. Okay, it has got .64 extension. One of them I did for the backup. One of them is required because those three scripts you saw up in that this program, they are searching for this particular version of the configuration in the K directory. So it has to have that. So basically, I'm copying the existing running kernel configuration to the downloaded directory from upstream and putting the existing configuration onto these places, so the script could find it easily to manipulate it. Then the mother of all script in that particular downloaded directory is build.kernel.sh. It has got different architecture. What I did offline without this script is run at once, so it freed me up some time to do other stuff. So what I did offline before running this script, I get into the K directory and made changes to those directory. Various scripts are there, so I make changes to those directory, and let me show you. Fine. Yeah. So you see, look at the bottom of the screen. There are 3 Slackbuild script, which I said that these are shell script to build specific version. These are 3 script which should generate header, source, table, and the generic kernel stuff. So it will create at the end the kernel package for Slackware Linux system. Okay, so what I did offline, I mean beyond the script on the top, that once I downloaded, I get into this particular shell script and change few stuff like I did for this one. Let me show you. I made a change. Say you see, I have changed this variable according to my test. If you didn't change anything, you could easily run the script as it is. So I changed this variable because I wanted to have my way of doing things in my system. This is not mandatory, but you could do so, which is what I did. right? So I have changed these variables, and then I change it. There is a kernel defconf process to build the kernel. I changed that to local mod config, right? So so the build time get decreased by that change. Okay, so see here, it was defconf. I changed it to local mod config. Okay, so there are two instances, so I change it accordingly, so it will enhance the speed of building. Simple, nothing much. And I believe this is the only file I made these changes. Other two are the header file and the source generation file, which doesn't require. If it required, I did the same thing like what I did here, change to defconf to local mod config. That is the change I made it. I'm repeating again for to speed up the build. That's all. And this temp directory, which was pointing to temp, because I'm running out of storage in my system, so I directed it to a specific location in my system where I have plenty storage, a different LVM partition. So you could simply run this script without making any changes. The changes are not required if you are, but think about it, I'm building a custom kernel package, so I'm supposed to tailor it as per my liking, as per my system requirement, because this is not generic stuff. This is specifically built for my, so the scripts are there upstream is a very generic, without having any modification except the file permission changes. On the left hand buffer you saw, you are seeing that the first thing after download, I changed the permission of those Slackbuild script, as well as the main script build all kernel.sh, which was not set. So on the right hand side buffer, I made the change because I wanted to do it in my way, according to my machine, because according to my test, which might not tally with yours. But so that's why these changes are not mandatory. It's just simply my requirement, my way of doing stuff, which could be different to you. So basically, I change def config to local mod config, which this one where my cursor is hovering. Okay, and just to here and here, these two lines I have changed to speed up thing, and I changed the variables here and on top 3. That's all I did. Then I run the script. If you see on the left hand side buffer, the first script is build all kernel.sh. That's all. So that's what I did, and it at the end of the cycle of building, it will create the Slackware package, which is going to be installed custom kernel package in the system. Pretty darn simple. I'm explaining and showing this to you because you might get interested in it. To do it. These scripts are all very well written. So I'm tracing again, without any modification you could run it. So if I so basically now you should I have uploaded this particular script on my GitHub admin script repo. You could get it. Let me if you want to read the text version of what I've just explained to you, you can see it on my blog. So if I go here and if I write github.com/ So I'm showing you that I've said I've uploaded the script for your consumption. If you are interested, you could use it. Here it is somewhere here. So something like that. No, not this one. Here it is. So this is what you can get it from the my admin script repo, and tweak it as per your requirement and run it. Okay, so I thought to dish out or explain things to you, because if as I mentioned very beginning of the video, that you might not interested to read the blog, so you can take a cue out of it and implement as per your requirement. So I hope it will be useful. Thanks for watching.